Everyone. So I've had a really good couple of days on eBay. My sales for the week on eBay alone show over $2,000, which is really great for me. I spend very little on my inventory for eBay. Now on Amazon this last week, I show 700 for the scrolling 7 days, which is a lot lower than what I'm used to in my past when I was doing a lot of Amazon. That's a really low number to me. But I still have about a 50% margin on Amazon. So I try to buy, I have several toys right now that I'm searching down and doing arbitrage on, and I try to buy them for 20. One of them sells for 59 consistently, the other one sold for 58, and then I have some that sold in the 70s. So my margins are still, spend 20, sell it for over 50, and that way with the fees and everything, I'm at least doubling my money in most cases. So I also have some food products, same thing. I'm spending under $2 for the food products, selling them for about $11. And so by the time, the fees come out and everything, I'm at least doubling my money on those two. So that's kind of my plan. I'm really trying to ramp up Amazon, not for Christmas, not toys or, anything like that. I'm just really trying to work on my Amazon business with the cash flow I have. But I love eBay. It's a lot more fun to spend. I don't even know what I've spent this week. I don't think I've spent over $150 on sourcing. And of course, that stuff that I'm just now listing, and I won't even see the profit on it for, at least a week. But that's what I normally spend, when I go on a big 2 or 3 day thrifting trip, I'll spend $500 for eBay in any given week. But for the most part, I'm in the low, 2 or 300s a week, if that, and that's only when I'm traveling. So today I listed, well, let's see, yesterday, first of all, I had 16 eBay packages go out, and then I had 2 or 3 Poshmark and an Etsy. And I sold a robe on Etsy that I've had for 4 months. It's kind of a real pretty quilted vintage robe, and I just, I knew that it should be worth money when I first bought it, and I just couldn't get anybody to bite on any of the websites. I had it cross-posted everywhere. So anyway, I was glad to finally get $50 for that and to see it gone. Yesterday I had bigger things sell. I had mostly small and mostly clothing, but then I had 3 packages go to FedEx. Today I had, what did I have, like 8 eBay orders, 2 Poshmark. They were shirts. They were kind of under, I want to say under 15. They weren't that expensive of shirts. One was actually $8, I believe, or maybe that was yesterday. I'm confused because I've been shipping and working like literally 15-hour days, guys. I'm trying to get ready for Thanksgiving, and I want to make sure that when I'm with my family that I can just wake up, do some editing, or not even editing, I'm sorry, do some offers to watchers on eBay, and my VA is sending offers to likers. I have trained him to do that, so it costs me about $5 a day at the most if I have a lot of likers show up, but not even that much. And so he does that for me, and I'm just kind of monitoring the expense versus the payoff on that, and it may not be something I have him continue to do. This is only my 2nd week that I've had him do it. What I'm having him do is do 10% off to likers all week. So as they show up, he does it every day to the new likers, and then on Saturday and Sunday he'll go through that list again and up it to 30%. I know I need to teach him to do 10%, and then maybe Thursday, Friday do 20%, and then the weekend just do 30. But he's not really a Poshmark VA as such, so everything I'm doing, I'm having to kind of go back and forth on messages with him. And so I just wanted to kind of keep it simple, not give him too many things at once. But he's very smart. It's just I needed to make sure that I'm not giving him too many directions at once. And I had him take over the spreadsheets for my consignment items, which I love the people that I'm with. They aren't bothering me to sell the stuff in a hurry, anything like that. And if I was going to continue to do consignment, I would work with people like I'm working with now. But I will be glad when the Dress Barn buyout consignment is over, and when the Franklin books consignment are over. It's just one more step in my day. It's more paperwork. It's having to have someone help me keep track of when these things sell. And it seems simple, and I know I need to just make it a part of my everyday morning, to go put that on a spreadsheet. but it's just not something that I really want to do. I want all the money to be mine on everything I sell. So, and I'm willing to shop really, really cheap to do that. I'm willing to shop for 12 hours in a thrift store and just spend very little money in order not to have any kind of a complication like that. The only complication I'm willing to have is the cross posting. That is a little bit complicated, but it's something that most VAs seem to be familiar with having to do, so it's kind of easy to get help with delisting and cross posting. I am still using List Perfectly, but I emailed List Perfectly and I asked, can my VA from Bangladesh access List Perfectly? And they said that's fine. We still haven't found a workaround for Macari. He tried to log into Macari and then with List Perfectly post items, and we still have not found a workaround. If you know of one, please let me know. So today, I woke up and I did go ahead and do my devotions. I did not work out. It's kind of been slacking on that. I have not gotten my schedule with all the cleaning and reorganizing I've been doing to fit in my workouts, even every other day. So that is going to be something I really focus on now that I've gotten all the cleanup done. I don't know quite how to solve the problem of needing to do the cleanup. The free packing and the free and all the postal supplies that I do need. I need some of so many different sizes for what I do with the hard goods. You can see that pink box back there. Well, that's a big humidifier. And I'm not going to go to the trouble to sell humidifiers for $8, but that humidifier is worth over $65 and I paid $2 for it. So to me, these are problems that are all worth having, but now that I am getting into things like this, today I sold a sump pump, which is 30 pounds, and that's going to go FedEx tomorrow. But, I had to package up this 30-pound sump pump and make sure that the box is sturdy and all that. And so, my business is definitely much more complicated than it was when I only did clothing. And I'm still always analyzing. I had to clean a lot the last 2 weeks because of all the packing supplies, all the large Home Depot boxes. I used some of those for my Amazon shipments. So the different businesses that I'm doing, they all take different boxes, different bubble wrap. Some of the food items I have to have little pockets of bubble wrap on hand, so I just pull the strip, put the item in there, and fold it over. It's not even really glass. It's just something I don't want to get dented. So my business is much more complicated than 6 months ago, but I'm also able to be full-time and to not really have any money concerns cash flow wise because I'm on so many different websites and I have so many different pieces to the business. And to me, having wanted to be full-time and had to work a job that just wasn't suited to me, I didn't hate it, never have hated nursing, always have actually really kind of loved it in many ways, but it just didn't add to my life in the way I wanted. It didn't give me the freedom that I wanted. So to me, it's worth the trade-off to wake up and have, okay, I got to do Amazon. So I'm going to go through, edit my stuff, and then I'm going to disperse my money because I'm on daily payout. So I'm going to see where I'm at, see if I have any money to disperse. I'm going to check my feedback, and then I'm going to check and see if I got any more of those new, you're in trouble for, counterfeiting messages. I get those, once a month I'll get a new one and it'll say your account's at risk because you've been counterfeiting items. And of course, I've been on Amazon for 25 years and I would never think of doing that, but they they end up on my account. So then you got to look at, okay, what do I do? Is this an important one? Is this a suspected intellectual property violation, or is this like, I forgot what the other name is. So anyway, so I do kind of that, and that usually takes me less than like 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, and that's if I edit all of my inventory. I only have like 70 or 80 items right now on Amazon, and I have a lot of duplicates, and I love doing that. I used to be heavy into books, and I would go back to it in a second if I needed to. But the editing and the repricing on that is the only thing that discourages me. There's so much money in books. I cringe when I think of how cheap I bought books and how much I sold them for sometimes. But it's just a high maintenance business. It was hard on my vehicle hauling them here to Wyoming. It was hard on the house just with the dirt of getting rid of the ones that weren't good. My dad and I would do it out of hotel hotels sometimes. We'd just rent a hotel and ask for a room kind of close to the back entrance. And then we would go to library book sales and buy them out. And I would just power scan for hours and hours and hours. And he would unload and I'd say, okay, this is the junk, take it back out. And we'd go to the thrift, at 8 o'clock at night. And then we'd continue. And it was so fun. And it was time with my dad. And I just have such good times of that. But, it was very hard on our vehicles, and I had farmer's muscles. I can't even tell you, from lifting over and over and over, 35, 40-pound boxes of books, and I would go back to that in a heartbeat, but I am really enjoying the replenishables. On the other hand, I'm spending, $2 and $3 for the items I'm reselling versus, 10 cents on all these library buyout books. So, you got to look at it in many different ways. But anyway, so this week I listed a lot less than I can even afford to. Thankfully, with the COVID and whatever I have done on my account, I don't know, but they really like me right now. So thankfully, I could afford. My sales were still up. Like I said, I sold $2,000 on eBay this week, and I only have 1,400 items. And I did list a lot the previous week. I listed tons of filters in the last 6 days, but I've only sold 2 John Deere filters, so all that listing hasn't even paid off yet. But I think it just clicked the algorithm. And then I am ending selling similar and inventorying and making sure that this item is something that is going to be good for cash flow. Even if I can get $5 out of something, I am keeping it in my inventory until it sells, because it's just, I've got thousands of those items and I don't want to get rid of them. I want to use them for cash flow to buy more Amazon inventory and better inventory on eBay. So anyway, I was really blessed this week. I've had company, and we've gone out to dinner more than I ever would have, and spent more time that way. And then at church we had some bigger things this weekend. We can't really have big dinners, but we had a little dinner with a couple of people, and so considering all that, I listed very little, and thankfully this week my sales still held steady. But I can't do that every week. I need to be full-time, and to keep my nursing salary coming in, I need to definitely be listing minimum of 100 really good solid items every week, and really more in the 2 or 250 every week. So now I've got my whole setup behind me. I don't know if I can show you. It looks terrible back there, but you can see those little gray IKEA lights. I love those things. I actually paid $15 for it's a little spotlight on the very edge there, and I've got 2 of those, and they're actually they're supposed to go on the floor, and I might do that. I might move the table that's in front of that piece of vinyl and just hang the clothing and not have the table in front of it, but the table is where I measure, and I quickly do cell hound with that. So for my clothing setup, I think that I'm just about as fast as I can be. I do the measurements on a whiteboard of the item, hang it up, and cell hound, the way it works is front, back. You can do extra back photos and extra front photos if you want, but then you do the brand, you do the size label, and you do the fabric content label, and then you answer about 3 questions about the item, and then you launch it off, and they price it and everything. And then when it comes back, I do sometimes tweak the price, because I run sales a lot, so I up the price to account for my sales. I also go in and put calculated shipping versus they have a flat rate shipping that they just throw out there. And so I do some tweaks, but still I can do listings in minutes. So on the clothing and the shoes, I'm very, very happy with my system. On the hard goods, there's still no rhyme or reason, but I really don't know how you change from a typewriter to a sump pump to a humidifier and have there be any speed to that. So I'm just very happy with the prices that I'm getting on the hard goods, and I'm just going to stick with that. So today, I woke up and I did my little Amazon thing, like I told you, I didn't even edit, actually. I just transferred my money, just looked at what's selling, kind of wrote myself a list of what I need to be buying this week, and I really didn't spend hardly any time on Amazon. On Poshmark, I just shipped my orders. I haven't even checked in with my VA today, which is bad. I need to send him a little message and see if he has any questions. He's used to me doing this because he's used to me working as a nurse and just not having the energy when I got home after a 14-hour day to check in with him every day, and so he's pretty self-sufficient, so he's pretty used to me doing that. But now that I'm full-time, I want to make sure that I am not in control of the business, but that I'm the one driving the work, you know. That was one of my biggest mistakes in the past when I had employees, is that I've always had people I could trust, always. So I knew I could trust them, but so then I didn't direct them as much as I needed to. You know, when you know someone's not going to rip you off, you can get kind of lazy and you're like, well, they know they need to ship today and it's fine. And yet I didn't drive the understanding of, you know, get the shipping done, but then instead of doing that, we really need to focus over here now. As the business owner, I should have been directing that much more than I was. And that's one of the causes of having to just kind of restart everything back from scratch. So after then I shipped orders. I barely had breakfast. I just did my devotions. I did my little Amazon thing, transferred a decent amount of money. There's a bunch of pending orders. I have like 20 pending orders. I think I have like, I don't know, I want to say $800 in pending orders. I can't, you know, and some of them are going on over a week, so I'd really like to get paid for that. But Amazon's very slow at shipping the orders right now. So anyway, I did that, did my shipping. All the shipping, thankfully, was already prepped. So, because I do still have a lot of items that are not put in boxes like they should. And when that happens, I've got, you know, I've got to pack it. I don't think I have any bread machines or any really big items. You know, left. I do have a sewing machine, actually, I lied, that's listed that is not packaged properly. So, like, when that sells, I'm going to have to, you know, package that up and then estimate I must have estimated the weight and the packing, and I need to go focus on that so that they know exactly what they're paying for. And I doubt I've even offered FedEx on that. So they probably aren't going to buy it because it's probably priority mail shipping for like $60. So that's something I really need to do. But anyway, I did my shipping. It was a pretty easy day of shipping. I could find everything, which is always a good thing, because I still have, let's see if I can turn you over here. I still have, can you, I don't know, you can't see because of the desk, but anyway, I still have about 8 tubs of listed inventory that is not put away in specific boxes. So if I sell out of those things, I pretty much know where they are because I have them separated by men's pants, women's shirts, women's dresses, but I can't walk right to it like I can on my other inventory. And it's not cross-posted, and the prices are probably out of whack because I don't sell a whole lot out of those, and it's because they're outdated. They've been up since May or June, and they have not been edited. But anyway, shipping was a real joy today. I didn't have to dig for anything or anything like that. So I went to FedEx. I took them some M&Ms there at the little lumber company because they take all my FedEx packages. And yesterday they took that big golf luggage rolling case. It was all wrapped, and they took that and got it to FedEx for me. And then today they took 2 more packages. So I give them cookies and M&Ms and you know, Starbucks frozen coffee in the glass jar, whatever that is, as often as I can, because you know, they just already have FedEx coming, but it's also not really a service that they're advertising to the whole country. They just do it for me, and I'm very blessed, and saves me kind of delaying my FedEx a day because I can't do a same day pickup here where I live. I would have to schedule it and then pray the next day that FedEx actually came. So I did that, and then I came back and I made myself list items that were going to post immediately. So I listed the sump pump, which sold within hours. I listed, what did I list? I don't even know. What is, let's see. Oh, Revere Wear. That's what it is. If you're on Instagram, you know I've been doing Revere Wear. So I had a bunch of pans, bunch of copper bottom pans. I had cleaned half of them, hadn't gotten the copper cleaned on the other ones, and they've just been sitting for 2 or 3 months, and Revere Wear is really worth money. So I made myself dig all those out. I had to kind of rebuff a few of them so they didn't look like they had dried water stains on them. And then I got quite a few of the 3 and 4 quart pots done. And then the only thing that isn't done is a couple of skillets upstairs, which they're worth money because they're Rome, New York. So I've really got to get those done, but I can't get those clean. I've never had trouble getting the copper to really be really nice with salt and vinegar. And then you do have to scrub some, but then you do another layer, and then maybe use a little bit of Barkeeper's Friend, and the copper is always really nice. But on these 2 skillets, they obviously were overcooked on the bottom. And so they just have some areas that are like thick, and you know, you can, if you scrub forever, you can get one little area, but the whole bottom definitely needs done. So I'm looking at another way. They said ketchup, so I did the ketchup layer, and then now there's another layer. It's like a paste of baking soda, vinegar, and salt, I think it is, and you mix that as a paste, and then that sits on there. So I'm going to try that tonight. Otherwise I would have had those 2 skillets listed, and those should be you know, worth a decent amount. I wanted to have all my Revereware up together, but that's not going to happen. I'll be doing good if I can just get those scrubbed up. What I think I'm going to do is do this attempt with this paste and put that on all night, and then whatever they're like tomorrow, then that's just what they're going to be like. If there's some burnt stuff on the back, I mean, my hands are already dry, and they have, you know, they're just too dry to be sitting there with barkeeper's friend all day, even with gloves. I just can't seem to scrub that off. So I did that. Then I cleaned a ton of shoes, and I cleaned, let's see, I cleaned this big JanSport. This is an internal frame. Here's the JanSport part. This is like an internal frame hiking pack, and it should be worth about 50 to 60. This one doesn't have the name. You know, all the packs have names on eBay, and this one's a little bit older. It's not USA made, unfortunately, but anyway, it had been kind of stored, and so it had a lot of, I wouldn't say cobwebs, but just like dust and stuff on the buckles. And so I didn't really soak it in the bathtub, but I just used the same scrub brush that I used for the shoes, and I did that. So that's drying, and about 5 pair of shoes are drying. I had a pair of Doc Marten boots, which are just all distressed and beat up, but they're really kind of cool looking, and I know I paid like $2 at that thrift in Rawlins, Wyoming. So when I get back, hopefully all the shoes are dry, and I'm going to make myself do about 10 more Sellhound listings, and then I really want to get this backpack listed. Listing the backpack will take like 10 minutes, although photoing it's not going to be fun, because you know, it just doesn't go back together unless you stuff it full of blankets and stuff. It doesn't look right. But I see other people on eBay sold theirs kind of just like mine, where there's nothing in it. And I'm going to get that listed, and then find a box for that. I've got tons of boxes. What I was saying before, I guess I got off track a little bit, is that I'm very thankful for all the free packing. I'm very thankful for all the free boxes, but I have about 4 areas in my office and then in my garage, all dedicated to just packing. And so that's one of the you know, things I need to take care of there. So anyway, guys, we are going out to dinner. So I just wanted to make a quick video and follow up with you guys. If you're on Instagram following me, just look at the stuff I posted today. You'll see all the clothing I've done. I have a horse sweater that a friend of mine's already interested in, so I might just sell that to him if it's the right size for his wife. And so he was interested in that. I didn't do a haul on that stuff. If you can, just go to my Instagram at OutstandingBooks1. And I don't know when I'm going to do my next haul. Everything I think is pretty much stuff that I've already shown you. But we're going to go shopping next week. So right now I'm just working off my dead stock that I've already kind of taken video of. So everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.